Hey friends, welcome back to Theme Park Guy Productions, and in today's video, I'll be ranking the 9 roller coasters at Busch Gardens Tampa. Busch Gardens Tampa is a theme park located in the great city of Tampa, Florida, which is actually an hour south of Orlando, and this is regarded as the thrill capital of Florida for a reason. They've got 9 different roller coasters, and they do have a great variety of roller coasters too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and rank all 9 of Busch Gardens Tampa's roller coasters from worst to first. Number 9, Iron Gwazi. This is the park's Zero Kiddie roller coaster, and this is overall just your average ordinary kiddie coaster. I do like the little Grover figure, which is in the front of the train, but coaster-wise, this ride is just sort of forgettable. It's meant for kids, so of course I'm going to put this coaster in last place. Number 8, Cobra's Curse. This is a mock ride spinning coaster, and this is easily the most unique coaster and the best themed roller coaster in the park. You start off by going through this queue line and you get to see artifacts and a little pre-show with the Cobra summoning you. Then you board the coaster itself, and for a spinning coaster, there's no other ride like this. This coaster incorporates a very fun and unique elevator lift hill with a fun face-to-face interaction with the Cobra itself. And the 3 sections of coaster where you go forwards, then you go backwards, and then you got a little free spin section, which is nice. While this ride is certainly unique, I don't have this coaster higher because it is definitely tamer compared to the other coasters in the park. And let's be honest, I think this ride's starting to show its age. There are some times where I'll ride Cobra's Curse and the cars don't even spin. All in all, it's still a great attraction for the families, but far from the best coaster in the park. Number 7, Phoenix Rising. This is a B&M family inverted coaster, and it is the newest roller coaster to debut in this park. And all I gotta say is that this coaster pleasantly surprised me. What makes this ride cool is how it is a different experience each time with the 4 different birds. Plus, it has onboard audio, which is a first for this park. Now, I've been on this coaster as of right now 4 times, and 3 of those rides the audio wasn't working. However, I'm sure that hopefully they fixed the audio and it's working consistently. However, coaster-wise, this ride has a great layout filled with surprisingly whippy twists and some fun helixes. Plus, it's very smooth, and I love how this ride goes over the entrance and the Serengeti. All in all, another amazing coaster for the families to enjoy. Number 6, Tigris. This is a Premier Rides Skyrocket 2 clone, and while this coaster isn't anything unique, for its short duration, this is one crazy experience. This coaster not only gives you some crazy hang time during the 0G roll at the top, but this coaster pulls some intense G-forces throughout the ride. Plus, the station music is fun to listen to. Now, my biggest complaint with Tigris is that I wish it did not have those comfort collars, as they can be sort of restrictive and give you some pain in the ears. I've had this problem with Tempesto back when I've been to Busch Gardens Williamsburg in 2016 and 2019. If they can remove the comfort collars off of Icebreaker at SeaWorld Orlando, they can easily remove them off of Tigris. However, if you can get past all of that, this coaster is a very crazy but quick thrill that is worth checking out. Number 5, SheiKra. This is a B&M dive coaster, and fun fact, this was the first dive coaster to be built in the United States. And nearly 20 years later, this coaster still provides a quality ride. The first drop in particular is absolutely incredible. The way it hangs you there for a little bit before you drop can be terrifying for first-time riders, and that drop provides some great airtime, especially for riders in the back row. Even the second drop is very fun as you dive into an underwater tunnel. Plus, this coaster provides a couple of intense moments, particularly at the bottom of the first drop and the giant turn before the mid-course brake run. And the splashdown finale is a great way to cool off, especially when it's hot and sunny out. Overall, this is currently my favorite B&M dive coaster so far and still remains a great attraction in the park. Number 4, Cheetah Hunt. This is the park's Intamin Blitz coaster, and unlike other Blitz models of its kind like Maverick at Cedar Point, this coaster is more family-based. This coaster has it all, from 3 different launches, some fun airtime, they threw an inversion on it, and I also love how this coaster flies over the Serengeti, and it flies through rockwork, water, and over pathways. Plus, Cheetah Hunt is an incredibly long ride. If there was anything that I had asked Busch Gardens Tampa to fix with this roller coaster, is that I wish it had the soft vest restraints found on other Blitz models like Maverick at Cedar Point. Cheetah Hunt uses the old plastic over-the-shoulder restraints, and it can be sort of tight, especially if you are a taller rider. I myself have had no issues with these restraints, but some of my taller friends despise this ride due to that reasoning. Overall, I still absolutely love this roller coaster, and it is one ride not to be missed. However, I do warn you, this ride does get a long ride, so if you do want to ride Cheetah Hunt, then I suggest hitting this coaster first thing in the morning or make this your final ride of the day. Number 3, Kumba. This is the park's old school B&M sit-down looping coaster, and this is the oldest roller coaster in the park, and it still remains an absolute classic. This coaster was one of the first B&Ms ever built back in 1993 and remains one of B&M's most ferocious and intense. This coaster wastes no time into sending you through a layout filled with tons of iconic inversions, including, but not limited to, a loop that wraps around the lift hill, a zero-G roll, which is pretty much regarded as one of the greatest zero-G rolls that I've ever experienced, a Cobra roll, which is one of the best Cobra rolls that I've done so far, and much more. Plus, it has such a loud roar. You can pretty much hear this roller coaster from outside the park, and it is nuts. Now, since this is an older B&M, this coaster does have a little bit of roughness here and there. However, if you can get past that, this ride is just fantastic, and make sure to check Busch Gardens Tampa's maintenance schedule so you don't miss out on this classic B&M. Number 2, Montu. This is the park's B&M inverted roller coaster, and it offers a near similar yet different experience to Kumba. The simplest way to put it is that Montu is hands down the greatest inverted roller coaster of all time, and for good reasoning. When I look at what makes a great invert, I look for a coaster with forceful and whippy inversions, and Montu delivers that. Plus, Montu is an astonishingly long ride. While many of the other inverted coasters that I have done aren't very long rides, Montu offers the best of both worlds. Montu delivers some punchingly intense inversions, especially the Batwing, which, if you want the magic seat from Montu, sit in the back row left seat. Plus, I love how Montu dives in and out of these Egyptian-themed trenches. Plus, for nearing 30 years in age, it still runs very smooth. Like Kumba, Montu also has a very loud roar that you can pretty much hear from any spot in the park. Overall, this is my favorite B&M inverted coaster that I've experienced so far, and it's going to be very difficult to defeat this masterpiece of a coaster. Number 1, Iron Gwazi. This is the park's RMC hybrid conversion of the original Gwazi dueling wooden roller coaster, and Busch Gardens Tampa went all out with this roller coaster. This ride is demented, but in the best way possible. This RMC is known for being the tallest, fastest, and steepest of its kind in North America. From the moment you leave that giant 206-foot lift hill, this coaster does not mess around. This ride has an insane first drop, some ridiculous overbanks, and some crazy wave turns, in one of the greatest inversions that I've experienced in an RMC. That element being the death roll. The way it disorients you is just insane, and plus, this coaster has some of the craziest pacing that I've ever experienced on any roller coaster. Regardless of what time of year you ride this coaster, it is going to run fast and haul throughout the course. It makes Iron Gwazi pretty much the most intense RMC coaster that I've experienced by far. Now, I would highly suggest that you ride this coaster later in the day if you want the best ride possible. At park opening, this coaster doesn't run as fast because it still needs time to warm up, but if you give it maybe 2 hours after the park is open, maybe around 12 o'clock, because Busch Gardens Tampa mostly opens at 10 a.m., you will truly feel the power of this roller coaster. Overall, this is currently my favorite RMC so far, the best coaster at Busch Gardens Tampa, and overall, one of the best roller coasters I've ever experienced in my life. To summarize this video up, Busch Gardens Tampa is such an excellent park to experience if you take a trip to Orlando. It is just an hour south of Orlando, Florida, and this park has such an astonishing collection of roller coasters, from big thrills like Iron Gwazi and SheiKra to more family-oriented thrills like Cheetah Hunt or Phoenix Rising. There is just something for everyone to do here at Busch Gardens Tampa, and it is absolutely worth the trip. However, this is how I'd rank the roller coasters of Busch Gardens Tampa. Without further ado, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe as well for more videos in the future. If you enjoyed this one, please subscribe because we are so close to 1,000 subs. And don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you know when to upload a new video. Don't forget to check out Theme Park Guy Productions as well on all social media platforms. Linktree will be in the description below. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, you are clear for dispatch.